what can I tell you about this particular movie? So for the holiday season, let's go ahead and delve into the plot. That is this spectacular Christmas movie, Home Alone. Okay, so in Chicago, the McAllister family is preparing for a Christmas vacation in Paris. On the night before their departure, the entire family gathers at Peter and Kate's home, where their son Kevin is ridiculed by his siblings and cousins. Instantly, the police officer is there. Well, that's just Marv. He's just disguised as a police officer. He's trying to get the inside information on the McAllisters and where they're going for the taking a trip to Paris, and he's happy about this, and he says, "Don't worry about your home; it's in good hands." So, and then the pizza man, of course, comes over to deliver the pizzas, and they end up having to give him $122 plus tip for pizza. That's pretty expensive. Actually, that's pretty cheap considering the fact that you know how things usually are. Anyway, after his scuffle with his older brother Buzz, Kevin is sent to the third floor of the house, where he wishes that his family would disappear. During the night, heavy winds cause damage to the power lines, which causes the alarm clocks to reset. Consequently, the family oversleeps. In the confusion and rush to the airport in time to catch their flight, Kevin is accidentally left behind. Meanwhile, Kevin wakes up to find the house empty and thinking that his wishes come true, is overjoyed with his newfound freedom. However, Kevin's joy turns to fear as he encounters his next door neighbor, Old Man Marley, who is rumored to have murdered his family with a snow shovel in 1958. He also encounters the Wet Bandits, Harry and Marv, a pair of burglars who had been breaking into other vacant houses in the neighborhood and had targeted the McAllister's house. Let me go ahead and mention that there's actually a few really good scenes in this where where let's see, how do I get into this? Kevin is actually watching this show that he wasn't actually allowed to watch, uh, while his family was there, and there's these few funny scenes involving that particular video, Snakes and his boss, and I don't know. What can I tell you? It's kind of funny. And Kevin cleverly ends up using that video to trick the pizza man that brings him the pizza, and also Marv later on. It's kind of funny, I guess. There's a few funny scenes that come from that. So anyway, let's see. Kevin actually manages to keep them away by making the house look as if the family is home, but they eventually realize the deception. Kate discovers mid-flight that Kevin is missing upon their arrival to Paris. The family discovers that all flights to Chicago for the next 2 days are booked. Let me go ahead and mention that Kate is really distraught by this, and she says, "What kind of a mother is she?" And she said, and Uncle Frank says, "If it makes you feel any better, I forgot my reading glasses." He's cheap, by the way, because he wants to take the silverware from the plane and put it, and he wants his wife to put it inside her purse, which is really cheap, by the way. And he doesn't offer to help out to pay for the pizza the night before, which is really dumb, by the way. So anyway, let me get back to the plot of this story. Let's see. Peter and the rest of the family go to his brother Rob's apartment in the city, while Kate manages to get a flight back to the United States, only to get as far as Scranton, Pennsylvania. She attempts to book a flight back to Chicago, but again, everything is booked. Everything. Completely. With the help of getting these two old people to accept her ticket in exchange, and they eventually agree after she says that from a mother to a mother, please, and The old man says, "Oh, all right." And anyway, unable to accept this, Kate is overheard by Gus Polanski, the lead member of a traveling polka band, who offers to let her travel with them to Panaca on their way to Milwaukee in a movie van, which his friend rented, and she graciously accepts. On Christmas Eve, Kevin overhears Harry and Marv discussing plans for breaking into their house that night. His house that night. Kevin goes to church and watches a choir perform. He meets old man Marley, who sits with Kevin, and they briefly speak. He learns that Marley is actually a nice man, and the rumors about him are obviously false. He tells Kevin that he is watching the choir because his granddaughter, the little red-haired girl, is singing. But he never gets to see her because he and his son are estranged and have not been on speaking terms for quite some time. Kevin suggests that he try to reconcile with his son. He eventually says that he's afraid and then he's not welcome there. And he says that he'll do something. You know, he will try to do that. And Harry, and of course, Kevin wishes him a Merry Christmas, and he does the same, and he leaves. So then Kevin returns home and rigs the house with numerous booby traps. Harry and Marv break in hilariously, springing the traps and suffering various injuries. While the duel pursues Kevin around the house, he calls the police and flees the house, luring the duel into a neighboring vacant home. Harry and Marv manage to catch him and discuss how they will get their revenge. But Marley sneaks in and knocks him unconscious with his snow shovel before they can do anything to Kevin. The police arrive and arrest Harry and Marv, having identified all the houses they burglarized due to the latter's habit of leaving their water running. So they knew exactly how many houses they hit. Stupid, by the way. So anyway, on Christmas Day, Kevin is disappointed to find that the family is still gone. He then hears Kate enter the house and call for him. They reconcile and are soon joined by the rest of the McAllisters, who waited in Paris until they got the direct flight back to Chicago. Kevin keeps silent about his encounter with Harry and Marv, although Peter finds Harry's missing gold tooth, which, you know, he has during the hilarious scenes. His tooth got knocked out, and you know, what can I tell you? Kevin then observes Marley reuniting with his son and his family. Marley notices Kevin, and the pair acknowledge each other before Marley and the family go home. Buzz suddenly calls out, "Kevin, what did you do to my room?" At which Kevin runs off. So, what can I tell you about Home Alone?
Home Alone is an enjoyable movie for Christmas, and it is, of course, a stocking full of presents.
Home Alone is a thoroughly enjoyable movie for Christmas. I do highly recommend it. So, if you got a chance to watch it on television, I'm not going to say who, but there's this particular network that used to be called something Family. I won't say who, but if you get a chance to get it on Blu-ray, I recommend you pick it up. So anyway, so go ahead and hit subscribe, share, like, of course, leave thumbs up to support the channel, and of course, leave a comment below. So anyway, I'll see you tomorrow for my next movie review. Bye. Thank you for watching.